Tia Sharp. This is the case episode 1 where we break down complex cases and sometimes even with a twist. This is the first episode. It'll be every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you do not miss a case video. Let's get into it. Tia Sharp went missing in August 2012. Stuart, her uncle, told the police that Sharp had left the house on the 3rd of August 2012 to travel to Croydon, 5 miles away, to buy shoes in the Whitgift Centre. On the 7th of August, Sharp's uncle, David Sharp, made a televised plea for her safe return. 55 sightings were reported by members of the public, but none were sustained. On the 2nd of August around 3:46, she was seen going into a grocery store with her grandmother's partner, Stuart, which is like an uncle, and they were very, very close. It seemed like just a regular shopping trip. I'll play the full CCTV clip for you guys. This is the last time she was seen with her grandmother's partner. But the last time Tia Sharp was seen was on CCTV with him, so rightfully the media asked him what happened and where he thinks she went.
Tell me a little bit about Tia's life. I mean, is she a happy girl? Is she jolly? Has she got any problems?
No, she's got no problems at all. She's a happy-go-lucky golden angel. You know what I mean? She's perfect. There's no arguments, no nothing we can think of. Absolutely nothing.
This was the strangest part. This girl was known to be completely fine, no issues whatsoever, so her just disappearing out of nowhere and running away was unlike her, which confused everyone, and the hunt was on to look for Tia Sharp.
So Tia stays here Thursday night, just with you. Christine's working. Talk me through Friday up until the last time you see her. Tell me exactly what you did.
Tia's come down the stairs around about half 10, 11, something like that maybe. Because I know she was on about going up to Croydon, and she picked up your mum's DS up, played the DS for a little while. I said, well, we're going to have some breakfast. So I made her some toast, and she had the toast, and then she wanted a sausage roll, because she's always eating sausage rolls. Basically, then she was sitting there. She doesn't take her washing up out, so I took her washing up out. Just started doing a little bit of washing up in the kitchen. She was in there. She was telling me what she was doing, but I weren't really logging it into my head. I didn't. Do you know what I mean? Remember, like the kids, they talk to you. It goes in one ear, stays there for a second, and it goes out. You know what I mean? As I was hoovering, then she walked out. She walked past me from the front room to go out, and she walked out the front door. That is all I know.
The grandmother of the schoolgirl Tia Sharp broke down in tears as she was convinced a 12-year-old had been abducted. Christine Sharp said she had no idea where the schoolgirl is. In an emotional interview, she said, "My only message to Tia is that I love her. She is my life. I don't know where she's gone. I don't know how she's gone. She's not staying away by choice. I know this. I just don't know what else to say. We will help the police and anybody and everybody else in every way I can. So will every member of my family. We are going to cause them no obstruction whatsoever. Whatever they want to do, they can. Do it, no problem. I just want my baby back." And she was being honest. She even let the police search her house numerous times, and the police officers twice missed Tia Sharp's body. It said Tia's body was found wrapped in a sheet and layers of plastic in the loft of her grandmother's home on August the 10th, a week after she went missing. Detectives had already carried out 2 searches in the upstairs of Christine Sharp's house before the 12-year-old was finally found on the 3rd attempt. A police constable first went into the loft on August the 4th, climbing up on a stool, balanced on a chair. He said, "I was searching for a missing girl. From what I can see, the loft seemed very clear. I thought she's not hiding in here." The following day, a specialist search team came in, and one officer said he would have recognized the smell of a decomposing body if it had been apparent. His colleague said he took about 25 minutes to search the loft, including moving black bags around the team believed were too light to contain anything significant. Later, a search dog was brought to the house in New Addington, South London, and indicated there was something above one of the bedrooms, but the animal was too large to take into the loft. On August the 10th, a police officer noticed a weird smell in the house, which Mrs. Sharp mistakenly thought was cat feces. Another dog also indicated that something might be in the loft of the house, and Tia's body was then found wrapped in a sheet and bin bags and sealed with sellotape. Tia Sharp's life had clearly been taken. Her grandmother lived at this property, and also her partner, who was last seen with her on CCTV, lived there also. And he had directly been asked, because he was last with her, did he do anything to her? Was it him?
Did you do anything to her? Well, no, I didn't. Excuse my language, but no, I didn't. I'd never think of that. I'd loved her to bits. She's like my own daughter, for God's sake. We had that sort of relationship. It was that sort of thing. It was just, you know, she wanted it, she got it. She's got a loving home. She's never gone without anything, so I can't work it out. What the hell's going on? We're all out there. They want to report the truth.
So do you feel under pressure? Do you feel that perhaps the people are looking at you?
Well, if they believe what they read in the papers, they can do whatever they like. Because I know deep down in my heart that Tia walked out of my house. She walked out of there, and I know damn well, because she was seen walking down the pathway. I know she made that track down to that way. What happened after that is I don't know.
As if his little smug face wasn't a giveaway, it turns out he knew exactly what happened to her. Stuart, 37, who lived at the property with Tia's grandmother, Christine Sharp, was arrested in Merton, southwest London. He was being held on suspicion of an M charge and was arrested at 8:25 p.m. when a member of the public called the police. As he was being arrested, a senior Metropolitan Police officer acknowledged there would be so many questions asked about why it had taken so long to find the body. I mean, did the police fall for his little facade and his story about missing her and fall for him, or was they just not doing their job properly when searching places where she could have been?
So what can you tell me about the murder of Tia Sharp, Stuart? Stuart?
Well, a couple of minutes, you must listen, please.
Okay.
Just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, that's no problem. It's 1:10. We'll stop the tapes and we'll leave the room and give you a chance to have a chat.
The main thing making him a suspect is an inquiry went on into his story about Tia going into Croydon, and it was not backed by CCTV footage. Examining hundreds of hours of tape, police failed to find any trace of Tia in town, and their focus returned more to the house in Adderton that she hadn't left. Stuart knew his arrest was coming. He was spotted in a shop buying cigarettes and alcohol while the manhunt was going on. Apparently, he even said to the shopkeeper, "Please help me find Tia, I can't sleep without her." He was even carrying on this facade that he was innocent to the public, but he was drinking alcohol at this time, obviously trying to wash out the demons of what he'd actually done. This CCTV was posted around everywhere, and not long after, he was going to be arrested and charged for the murder of Tia Sharp. But it wasn't just him involved. Now, there was another guy that covered up for him on his story that he was telling. Paul Meehan was guilty of lying about a Tia Sharp sighting. A neighbour of the grandmother of the murdered schoolgirl, Tia Sharp, was sentenced to 5 months for wasting police time and making a false report. Paul Meehan, 40 from Croydon, told the police he had seen the 12-year-old walk past him at noon on Friday the 3rd of August. As for Stuart, the grandmother's partner that took Tia's life, he was jailed for a minimum term of 38 years for killing his partner's granddaughter, Tia Sharp. The 37-year-old had denied an M charge, but on the 5th day of trial at the Old Bailey, he changed his plea. He had sexually assaulted and murdered Tia, 12, at her grandmother's house in South London. As for the judge, he said Tia's mother trusted you to look after Tia, and you have breached that trust in the most grievous way possible. Your guilty plea came on day 5. You said you wished to avoid causing further stress to Tia's family. That is commendable, but they had to endure 4 days of a very public trial.
When the sentence was handed down, there were gasps from the public gallery. Tia's family was sobbing loudly, and as Hazel was sent down, there was the cry of "beast" from a man in the public gallery. Now, the judge said that he could have imposed a whole life tariff on Stuart Hazel, but to do that, he would have had to be absolutely sure that the murder itself was sexually motivated. He had no doubt, he said, that Hazel had sexually assaulted Tia Sharp, but he had to be sure that the murder itself was sexually motivated, and he was not sure.
This man ever being in the public again is a no-no. He's a complete danger to children for one. I think he should be in prison for the rest of his life. 38 years and a possibility of him getting out is just sick. I want to finish off this video with a little message saying rest in peace to Tia Sharp, only a 12-year-old girl whose life was taken for absolutely no reason, and she didn't even get to fulfill any of her life before it was taken by someone she had trusted. If you watch this video to the end, make sure you leave a little like, it helps out the channel, and of course if you're new, subscribe with that notification bell. Guys, you can also go and follow my Instagram, which is at Fesify. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.